Shares of Pan American Silver are on the rise today. The Vancouver-based miner has operations in Latin America, and the company beat estimates for earnings per share in its latest quarter. Let's go to Michael Steinmann, President and CEO of Pan American Silver. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me.
What led to the beat in revenue? It came in at about $812 million. The estimate had been for about $768.
Yeah, it's really a combination of very strong production across the board and, of course, very high metal prices as well on both gold and silver side. So on the combination with that strong revenue, but not only strong revenue, but really, a beat and very strong or record prices and record results across our financial results. So a really good quarter for us, and actually the seventh quarter with this kind of growth in a row now.
Okay, so let's dig into a little bit more of that growth, where it came from. Let's talk about the La Colorado mine. This is in Mexico. It did well in the last quarter for silver production. Can you expand on that and tell us what you expect from the Mexico site moving forward?
Yeah, definitely. Look, La Colorado with us for a long time, about 15 years with the company. We were struggling there a few years ago. We had to do a lot of work on the ventilation side. It's an underground operation. Everything was fixed, and we built a new shaft for access and ventilation mid last year, and that really turned the operation around. So now already four quarters in a row at that site with a solid growth in production. Is our biggest silver mine. And not only that, actually, we made a world-class discovery below our existing silver mine there. It's called the Skarn, and will be a very, very large mine here in the future when we develop that part, and will be a mine that is one of these really rare multi-generational silver mines that we discovered there. And so very, very exciting project, very exciting mine for us in Mexico.
When was that new discovery made?
We had the first hole, I think, in 2019, and then it's a very large deposit underground that we have to drill out. So we came out with a preliminary economic a couple of years ago, and we'll build on that. Still drilling there, but there will be more information and more results coming out later this year.
Got it. Okay, what about gold production? Are there challenges at Timmins?
Yeah, and look, Timmins, some of the smaller operations, and for us in Timmins, sometimes to the depth where we sit there, some geotechnical challenges that we are overcoming with new technology, and so that's getting stronger and better here when we advance during the year. But overall, I'm very happy where we stand in Timmins and our other gold operations across Latin America.
Is it the Timmins operation that has you deferring some of the gold production to later this year?
Yeah, it's just it's really some of the operational issues we had in the past, deferring a bit of the ounces from Q3, Q4. Really nothing that would change for the year. We maintain our guidance. We maintain our guidance for production, gold and silver. Maintain our guidance for the cost as well. So really not a big move. If you move just maybe a couple months of some of the ounces that move into later in the year, that's already all to it.
You touched a little bit on this, but can you expand on the fact that you've been able to capitalize, I guess, on the price of gold this year?
Oh, definitely. Look, I mean, not only gold, silver is always a bit late to the party, and we saw it here too, but we saw silver outperforming gold actually here quite a few months. I think today we hit close to $39 an ounce US. So silver definitely catching up. A lot of demand for silver in the world, a lot of demand for gold, of course, as well by central banks. And so we see high prices, but we don't really see too much pressure on the cost yet. So this obviously results in record margins for us as a silver miner and gold miner, and for our colleagues that in the precious metal space, and that results in the strong financial results.
Okay, let's get back to the increased revenue for this quarter, because that will help you in the purchase of MAG Silver. Tell me where that acquisition stands.
Yeah, look, MAG Silver owns 44% of Juanicipio mine in Mexico, really one of the best silver mines right now in production. It's run by Fresnillo, Mexican silver miner, the biggest silver producer in the world. We are number 2, just behind. And with that purchase that is close to finalized, The MAG shareholders already approved the transaction, and we're just really waiting for one Mexican regulatory approval, which I would assume we will get here during Q3, and then this transaction will close and will add our lowest production on the silver side to our portfolio, and another very, very strong silver mine in Mexico to our portfolio.
Okay, so you're adding the mine. Are there cost efficiencies in that acquisition?
Yes, as I said, look, we had 44% of that mine. Yes, the cash definitely helped that we generated over the last 2 years or 3 years. We put actually $500 million cash into the deal as well. The rest is Pan American shares to purchase that. And we are with La Colorada just about 100 kilometers away. So I would expect here a lot of synergies on the technical side, but also purchasing side of goods and services.
Okay, so that'll be realized sort of in the next year or so, I guess. What is next for Pan American? After this acquisition of MAG Silver, what are you looking at next? What's the plan?
Well, look, the plan is always to keep moving here, to turn over our portfolio and replace assets that are becoming smaller to us. You can see when you look at Pan American, we look back at about 10 years or 8 years of very strong growth here. And the idea is to bring in longer life, larger assets, and build a stronger and bigger company that is more relevant in the mining space. And I think we achieved large part of that already. And we will continue to do that. And of course, that's Carn deposit, that big discovery below La Colorada will help us with that, as this will be an asset that's going to be probably 30, 40 years in production. So very long life asset. And that will be a very big addition of growth here to Pan American in the future.
Got it. Michael Steinmann, sir, appreciate your time on this. Thanks for joining us on The Close. Michael's President and CEO of Pan American Silver.